All right. Let's get the show on the road. So, when did you start playing?
Oh, when I was a kid, probably about 12. Well, 8 to 12. Taught guitar lessons when I was 16 in a music shop in a small town, and then I just went from there.
You want to go more into that for the viewers?
Sure. Let's see. I just played around my local area. I live right on the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. My house is probably 2 miles from the Oklahoma border. I grew up in Oklahoma,
Nice.
and well, I don't know if that's nice. It's okay. I grew up in a rural area. It's probably, I think the city I live in now is probably about 80,000 people. It's the second biggest city in Little Rock. It's called Fort Smith. It's only 80,000. Anyway, so I moved to Dallas after college. I went to OU. Went to Dallas after college, and I started playing with a band called Fair Warning. I didn't even play guitar; I was just a front man, and that's where I was seen by a bigger act called Radio King. That was an all original band in Dallas. I joined them. I think there took like 2 months of auditions because it was like 30 or 40 guys trying to get that
Wow.
job. So I got that job, and then I was contacted by Suncoast Artist Management out of San Francisco, and I moved to California and went from there and did some things, ended up, getting some advances, owing some advances back. And finally, I just was tired of it all, just mainly because of the business end. And then when the internet got going, I realized I could do it without a company or a contract. I started again and just did it by myself because I just thought it would work better like that.
So, independently. That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. All right. All right. Have you been in any bands before?
Yeah, I played in several bands. I don't need more because I'm to get tired of all the opinions. So if I use a backup band now, that's what they are. So they're a paid backup band. So there's two guys in town that I use if I do that. I rarely do. Usually, when I do live shows, I usually play them solo or with a duet with another guy.
Okay. All right. Do you want to tell the viewers what the name of the group is in case they're curious to listen to some
It's
of the
just
music?
It's just Dave Thompson. They're just my backup band. I mean, there's no one else. I mean, there's a band called Radio King that I be in Dallas that we don't really have anything out that's still existing. You can find it on my website probably, or on my Facebook page. There's some of that stuff, but other than that, nope, just me.
Okay. Do
I
you
play.
want to share that information? If not, it's fine. I mean, viewer might
Uh,
want to know.
no, there's some unflattering stuff probably about
Fair
me. I'm the
enough.
only
Fair
band.
enough.
I'm the only bird not mentioned in the band's bio.
Okay.
And I was with him for over 2 years. I'm not sure why that is. We all get along fine now, but at the time that I left, we didn't get along that well.
Well,
So yeah, but now we're all friends again. We even collaborate a little bit. One of
great.
them is named Jimmy Adcock, who plays with Chris Poland from Megadeth now. But
Wow.
the band we played in was not that heavy, but he's always enjoyed that type of stuff. So that's who he's playing with now. Is Chris Poland. Then plus he has Jimmy Adcock from the Tex Surfers, and then he plays with a bunch of tribute bands. He's a really hardworking guy. He also runs the Arlington School of Music in Arlington, Texas. That's a Dallas suburb. And then let me think of what else. Nothing else except I've got some, I've just got my last album out, which is called Music for Rednecks and Prom Queens. If you look at that, you just type that in. It's the only one that will come up, and it's doing pretty well. And then I'm having a new album come February called Strange.
Okay. Where can people find this work? On YouTube,
They're,
Spotify?
They can find it on any major platform, Spotify. They can purchase it on Amazon, iTunes, Apple Music,
Okay.
anywhere like that. Pandora, they can find it. I'll find all that.
Fascinating. Fascinating. So, where do you record your tracks at?
There's a place. It's kind of a private studio that it's only for invitation only. It's called Axe Cat Studios. It's in Van Buren, Arkansas, which is right next to Fort Smith, Arkansas. And my good buddy Dave Axe Lawson runs that place. And it's really cool. He's my producer, and he does some really nice work.
Outstanding. That's great. That's great. How long have you been working with him for?
About 2 years now. He produced my last album. He's co-written and produced. I mean, when we start getting into the recording parts of it, I mean, it's the songs, the original ideas come from me, but then we get into it, and so I pretty much have to give him co-writer credit for it when we're done. A lot of times, probably about
Nice.
three or four of my last 10 songs, he's gained co-write on it because he's so good. I wish more people knew about him around here. He's a great master. I'll give you his information. So, but I realize you do
Ooh.
mastering too, don't you?
Oh, I
But yeah,
do.
I mean,
I do multiple things in my business, but it's always good to network. It's always good.
yeah, he's really good. Has the latest software.
Wonderful.
He does a lot of stuff. So anyway, got the kids running around the house.
Understandable. Kids are fun.
Yeah.
So do you have any music videos that you plan on releasing to go with these songs at all?
There's a time I don't know if you've seen them, but there's probably 4 or 5 of them from my last album. I've already done 2 for my new album, so I'll get those out to you so you can share them, and I'll share them also.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Yes, yes. All right. And yeah, please keep telling others about what we do and the sound wave. It's a platform to help you guys out, get you guys the exposure that you deserve. It's a platform.
Yeah,
Because it's hard to get
yeah.
out there.
It is that right now. There's so many people. The internet's helped in ways, but it's hurt in ways. It's certainly helped me because I can get my voice out there and say what I say.
Yes.
But
Yes.
people aren't making as much money. It's a little bit harder. But at least you don't end up owning advances and all those things. So
Absolutely. 100%. So where did you come for inspiration for your unique sound?
I don't know. I guess I played a lot of. I did. Someone was saying to you about how I sound like Bowie. I did like Bowie a lot and played a lot of Bowie back when I used to play in cover bands. I don't know. There's a guy named Ellis Paul that many people aren't familiar with, but he does a bunch of soundtrack work, like Me, Myself, and Irene, Shallow Hal, stuff like that. I used to play with Pete Yorn a little bit back in Southern California. I like him. I like his sound. So just things like that. I've never been someone that's followed the mainstream. I don't listen to mainstream radio. I've always been the guy that's
Oh,
listens
I
to
hear you,
independent
man.
music.
I hear you. It's not good
So
stuff. It's not
I
good
don't
stuff.
like this. I don't like stuff that's pushed on me, and it's just not that good. So
Mm-mm. It's not.
yeah, I like there's a band called the Weaker Thans. I love them. I used to, I don't know if you realize this. I'm over 50, so I used to listen to a band called the Replacements a lot back when I was a kid. With Paul Westerberg. He's a great songwriter. I used to listen to stuff like that. I didn't like the '80s music at the time. I never have liked the hair bands. I never will. But I did like the '80s, the other '80s stuff.
I hear you.
Like
I hear you.
Thompson
80s
Twins and
was
stuff like that. I
cool.
love this stuff. Well, I didn't like it then, but I like it now. So
Oh man, so many good songs from that era.
Psychedelic Furs, I love them. All kinds of stuff like that. I did play in a cover band back in the '80s. That was a hair band. I remember every night, staying up there
Fascinating.
singing. I would actually lose. If you're driving somewhere, how you lose like
Oh
track time,
yes.
and you just
Yes.
wake up in a town. I would actually do that on stage, and I would be
Really?
telling myself, yeah, I would. I
Wow.
would just. We did the same set, same songs in a row every night, and I would just lose track of where I even was. I couldn't even believe I did it. I like that, but then I would be up there telling myself, "You're such a poser. You're such a loser for doing this." But that's what I had to do to make money for a while. So it
Haters are
wasn't
gonna
all
hate,
fun.
man. Haters are gonna
But
hate. That's
it's
all it
not. It's
is.
not fun. It's not fun to get up there and play music you hate and do a
No,
bunch of cover stuff you hate. So
no.
anyway, did that for a couple of years.
Okay. Okay. So how did do you play any other instruments besides guitar and stuff like that?
Mandolin, banjo, any string instrument I pretty much play. Bass. I actually there's been times there's probably 2 or 3 years when I played in cover bands that I just played bass. We had a guitar
Nice.
player leave and or the bass player left, and so I just picked the bass because I had to one weekend, and the money was good, so I did that for a couple of years. So, but I won't even do it anymore. I mean, I do it in the studio. In the studio, I play everything and sing everything except the drums. So.
Nice.
And that's what Dave Lawson does. He's a drummer by trade. So he plays all the drum parts for me.
Cool. Very cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That's very cool. What type of musical gear do you use to produce your track?
I use a Martin X series. That's probably the cheapest Martin there is. It's probably about a $600-700 guitar. The Martins are nice. I like that thing a lot. It's
Oh,
got
they are.
the
Yes.
The bowls are on the front, but the other is like composite in the back. That's how they get the price down. I use an Ibanez PF. That's not most people wouldn't think I'd use that, but I love that guitar. And I use an Alvarez. That's really nice. So anyway, we're about to wind this up. I've got to get going. I've got to watch the Oklahoma game. Oklahoma State. I got my kids going with me. So
Okay, I'm almost done. I got like 3 questions left, and I appreciate
okay.
you giving me your time. This is great. I'm learning so much about you. This is wonderful.
Oh well,
Um,
congratulations on your team winning today.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
I can't stand OSU. I'm glad that Michigan beat them. So
Yes, 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 absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So what other activities do you enjoy doing besides playing music?
that's what I'm pretty much doing all the time. That and our antique business that I'm helping run with. So that's about what we do. It's about all I do. Like I just got done raking leaves for the last 2 days. So yeah, I enjoy the yard work. It helps relieve stress.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, what is the best advice you've been given in your life?
Oh, my dad, family first. Always take care of your family. Know how to take care of your automobiles, your home, and your yard, and make sure show up to work every day on time. Because someone that didn't show up to work on time can't be trusted. That's my dad's given me the best advice in my life. So
That is some
even though I'm
mighty good
self-employed
advice.
now, yeah, just take care of your family. Make sure you take care of them first and foremost.
Okay. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. We are done. All right. This has
All
been
right,
a great interview. Thanks again for your time. This is great. We learned so much about you.
all right, man. I appreciate it. I'll keep on doing ads for you. I appreciate you
Awesome.
doing this for
And
me.
and
Okay.
feel free to post, like any new music videos you have or anything on the main timeline. I set it up for the musicians. I encourage it. And
Okay.
in the group too. So let's keep building this wonderful community.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. I'll get with you back later tonight. Okay.
All right, sounds good. You have a good time with your kids and enjoy the game.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Take care.